Hey guys, Danny Colville, part 2 of the video. Sorry, I tried to flip the camera around and show you guys some real nice handles I've been working on and explain to you what they were, and I lost you, so we'll do a part 2 of the video. So as I was talking about earlier, the carbon fiber is really super duper popular. It's not slippery when it gets wet, it's light, it's warm, it's basically the perfect float rod grip, although this is also pretty darn awesome. Small slices of different types of wood and cork, lathed down. We got a lathed down winding check, reel seat insert, base for the reel seat, butt cap. This is a rod I built for myself. This is a Batson 6-weight spey rod conversion. It's a 12-6. Great rod for, I would estimate this rod to be an 8 to 12 pound. So it's got quite a bit of backbone. Not the lightest blank out there, obviously, due to the application, but it works great as a float rod, as well as do most spey rod blanks. The next rod I'm working on for myself, this is a Sage 1. I'm a big fan of Sage rods, guys. One of the reasons is they are made 100% here in the USA. They have great customer service, a good warranty. They can make you a section pretty much any time. So this is a carbon fiber handle. This is a full Wells grip, and this is one of those tapered bulbous seats that we turn down with Lemke hardware. This is a L25. We have a 7-inch foregrip, and we have a 9-inch rear grip with a 1-inch Alps triangular butt. You can get these through us, or you can go right through Batson to get these. Awesome product. Really like this rod. It's a nice lighter steelhead rod. This is the rod I showed you earlier. This is for David Hodum. This is for my buddy Chris Trovato. This is the rod of all rods. I mean, it's a perfect inland trout rod for bigger fish, and it's also awesome for smaller steelhead, Erie Trib steelhead. It's the 4-weight. They classify this rod at Sage as their half-pound steelhead rod, and Chris is putting a black and blue reel on this, so as you can see, it's going to match just about perfect. Again, I really like these triangular seats. We have some custom components here, guys, so if you're seeing some really cool stuff, it's usually not available. You can holler at me and get them. This has blue threading, a blue seat base, and carbon, and it's got a gunmetal lower hood and nuts here. This is a piece of, like, it's almost like that steelhead blue color we have. It's a piece of maple. Also for Chris Trovato, we have a super nice. This is a rod for his West Coast fishing trip. It's for a drop back that's bronze and Pacific Northwest pine. So as you can see, we used a piece of a more coppery piece of maple there. We have the thread is in that Pacific pine color. The lower hood and the nuts are in that Boga Shield bronze. We did the Pacific Northwest pine winding check there. And down here we have a matching maple butt that I will polish up for Chris and make it look really nice. And then as just a spare trial rod for somebody, just playing with accents here, I got a 7-inch piece of carbon that I used from 2 pieces because it doesn't come in 7 inches. This is one of our new bulbous style reel seats. This still has to get glued up, so if it comes apart, don't mind. You can see how cool that piece of wood is. This is a dyed teal maple burl with some red in there. And this is a new butt we're working on as well. And this matches up to the rubber pieces that go on to the aluminum butt caps that Batson sells. So I'll show you guys how that looks in a second here. So that's what it looks like once you get that rubber butt on, and they're beautiful. So we're going to glue that one up one of these days. Maybe we'll do it on a video, but for now, that's just an extra rod. The reel seat's really super cool. It's a splash teal and black, so you'll never see that again. It's pretty fun. It's pretty much endless, the components you can use when you're making your own reel seats and reel seat parts and stuff like that. We can match the color of your reel identically. You can see we got a whole bunch of different reel seats. This is a hybrid right here. I mean, how cool is that reel seat insert? Holy moly. You got green, blue, orange, chartreuse, teal, purple. Beautiful. If you guys need any reel seats, just holler at me. I can get you something made, or we can make something for you nice. So this one still needs to be polished. It's copper, green, gold. Super pretty. Here's our buffing wheel. This is where we take our reel seats and get them to really shine. It's another hybrid, maple and copper and purple acrylic. What's so cool is we can take a piece of wood like this and come over here, and this is all of our components we have. I told you it's a mess down here, but hey, I like to work in a mess, unfortunately. So we can go in here, we can get some threading. Let's see what size this guy is. This is a smaller one, so we make the size 8 reel seats and then the 8.5 reel seats, so depending on what size insert you're looking for. You can get a pretty darn customized rod and reel through Colville Outfitters. You can see we even have the winding checks. Looking for an upper hood for you guys, and I'm having a hard time finding one. You can get a matching butt, obviously, if you want an aluminum butt to match with your reel seat, or reel for that matter. Everything is always difficult when I'm on the video. Okay, well, we'll skip that, and I'll just show you guys how we could kind of customize this and build it to your specs. So we'll find some copper hardware to go along with it. So there's our lower hood. You can see how nice that matches up. Put a bronze washer or bronze nut underneath it. Look how cool that looks. You can mix and match your nut colors or whatever you want. How cool that is. Here is a new carbon fiber, same style seat. It's that tapered bulbous seat. We make this side, the flat side, with a mortised bit on a table router. And these are all molded by Chad at Steelhead Stalkers or CFX. You get a really super cool light reel seat. Haven't tried these yet, but they look really cool, and they look like they're going to be a pretty popular item in the float fishing world. See how cool that looks. See if I can't find a hood for it. And boom, there's the carbon fiber. And that's a Pacific Northwest pine, threading, and hoods. Alright, so what are we working on? We were talking about blanks in the last video. I was showing off some stuff. This is a black and blue rod to match a shadow drifter that I made. I picked black thread, royal blue metallic, pearl metallic, and we have like a medium blue thread. I don't know what they call it, ocean blue or something. I'm going by some old colors. I have mostly, as you can see, mostly all Good Broad stuff, some Pro Wrap stuff. But I have so much components here, it's unbelievable. I'll show you guys some of the guides I like as well. This is that C guide in the K frame with the RS ring that comes stock on most of my custom rods. And on the Blood Run rods, he also offers these guides, but they're a regular high frame, which is fine. Show you guys what those look like. Looks like any standard high frame that's out there. So that's a high frame right there. So it's super high quality guide. I mean, look at that. Just built awesome. And like I said, that ring holds up to braid. It holds up to wire or mono. It's the RS ring and the Torzite ring is the only material that's ever been made for the fishing community specifically. Most of the time we use zirconium or silicone carbide. That is made for other purposes, and we just bring it into the fishing world. This ring, the Torzite and the RS ring, is actually made for us. So they are super duper expensive, but well worth the investment. You never get that like slow, gritty feeling you get after you've used the mono and the mono is worn off on the ring. It always seems to be really nice and smooth. So nowadays, this is my guide of choice. Prior to that guide, I always liked the match guides. These are the Pac Bay match guides. Silicone carbide ring. So you get that nice transition from the reel to the first guide. And then we drop down to a regular high frame 20. This is for a buddy in Michigan. His name's Rob Oakley. He wanted to go with some blue guides for the top section. So as you can see, we got blue going all the way up here. I just got to finish this. We got to do a butt wrap on this rod, and then we're ready to rock and roll. So let me show you some other cool blanks while I'm at it. I was talking about colors of blanks. Some could be tacky. This one is super duper bright. However, it is absolutely gorgeous, especially if you got the right colors to go with it. I have 3 6-weights here. One of them is for my friend Josh Poppy in Oregon. The 6-weight is about the perfect size. It's like an 8 to 14, I would rate them. And then the 7-weight is like a 10 to 15. The 7-weight is traditionally what I use for going out west. If you're going for some salmon or something like that mixed in, you could go with the 8-weight even. And as you can see here, I have the same exact color hardware. So this is what I'm going to use for my Sage mod. Real gorgeous. And I'm putting together Josh Poppy's. Josh Poppy is not going to go with the carbon fiber craze. He's going to go with some really super cool wood. So I got to turn him down a butt cap and a foregrip and a rear grip and all that stuff. This is his reel seat that's going with it. You can see we got some bright green, like olive-ish color woods with some purple swirls. And it's a hybrid with purple and green acrylic. So Josh ordered this wood, sent it to me, which you're welcome to do. And it's kind of funny, I have one of my glue jars here that I've been marbling every time I have extra epoxy, and he'll have a nice egg container to go with it. I clean those out really good, so you don't have to worry. The glue in there will not go onto the eggs because there'll be no glue left. But could you guys imagine that Sage mod rod with this? So the one I'm going to make is going to match this right here. So we're going to go steelhead blue with Oregon candy apple green. And it's going to match just about perfect. I'm going to also do a cork handle. I'm going to use green and blue cork with some slices of green wood and blue wood and all that good stuff. So it's going to look really sweet. And as I was talking about before, the combinations with our rods is literally endless. The rods we got coming out with Blood Run this fall, we are going to have all these same colors available. So if you want a custom rod, you don't want to spend $700, $800, $900, $1,200, $1,500, you can get one from Blood Run. They will have all these colors available on pre-built rods. Here's some more tapered seats I have. So what's so cool is you could pick out your tapered seat you want. You could pick out your hardware, and I can get you something assembled real nice. Okay, what other blanks are really rocking out there? So I told you CTS is a good one, Sage is a good one. Why do I like Sages so much? They're light, they're powerful, they have a great warranty, they're made in the USA. This one here, this is another one of my personal blanks. This is a 6-weight, 12/6 6-weight. Love the Sage rods. They're discontinuing the mod and the one. There's an igniter coming. Igniter is staying. And along with the igniter, they're bringing out a whole bunch more. So one of the things that's really cool about Sage, if you could see that little white dot, that marks a spine on these rods, which is, they're about the only company that does that. So helps the builders a lot. Make sure they're on the right target. They have them on the bottom of the female end and the male end. So you know you're wrapping the guides in the right spot. I can't wait to show you guys this built rod when it's all done. This is going to be really cool. So this doesn't have any epoxy on it yet, so it'll get a lot cleaner looking once it gets that glass finish. But as you can see, there's a lot of inlays and trim on these with that blue ring guide. Oh my god, stellar. Okay, so what's next here? I'll go over, talk about, there's these new 11/6. There's an 11-foot rain shadow 4-piece that is out. Really beautiful rod. I have some pre-made handles that I've put together. If you guys are interested in a rod that's got some power, that's a great boat rod, I'll have some of these tied up in basic colors, charcoals and blacks and grays that will be available. And what the heck? What else? Leave some comments below and let me know what you guys want to see. I could wrap some guides for you guys, or we could polish some wood. Sounds pretty weird, but we could polish some wood together. We could turn down a cork handle. Whatever you guys want to do. Alright, I'm going to make a third video here. I think I'm going to wrap a guide and polish some wood. But, alright, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for following my YouTube channel and subscribing. Talk to y'all soon.